Thank you, Natalie.
We are in the heart of the USL2 season in the South Florida Division. It's another crucial matchup for the Sarasota Paradise, who are trying to gain momentum to try and pick up that number 1 seed. They'll play a team that they've already beaten this year 1-0, Kings Hammer FC. My name's Addison Resco. So glad to have you alongside with us here with my partner Paul Whiteside. A late start tonight at the Premier Sports Campus, an hour and a half delay. But just past 9 p.m., we are ready to kick off. Paradise coming off the biggest win of the season, Paul. A 3-0 victory over Fort Lauderdale United. How do they come into a game against a team they've already beat, against a team that has been in very poor form this season? 2 wins, 2 draws, and 5 losses. How do they not let the emotions of last game go in and affect this game, a game they should win?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you touched on it. They had their biggest win of the season last game, winning against Fort Lauderdale, the team that's in first place, a team that they're trying to beat out for that number 1 spot. But it's really easy after those big wins to kind of get a little lazy, to kind of get a little complacent. And this could be what you may call a trap game for the Sarasota Paradise. So they need to not let their emotions get a hold of them. They need to be on it. They need to be on fire. They need to start out nice and just not be lazy, not be complacent, and play like they're playing Fort Lauderdale.
We talked with the head coach, Mirko Darkovic, right after the game, and I asked him right away, right about that, how do you let this keep going, this momentum? And he said, foot on the gas, you cannot let up. We have to treat them just like we treated Fort Lauderdale United.
Absolutely.
Kings Hammer FC once again coming into this game in 4th in the South Florida Division, right behind the Sarasota Paradise, but that ranking does not reflect their overall standings. They played a lot more games than most teams have. They're like Fort Lauderdale United, playing their 10th game of the year tonight. Fort Lauderdale United currently going up against FC City Miami. That game, 0-0 at the 70th minute. So the Paradise could have some extra juice to play for as we are underway at the Premier Sports Campus as the Paradise trying to pick up their 6th win of the season. Enzo Pinozzo, an early throw. We'll see if he'll chuck this one down into the box. Tougher angle. He'll still do it. Bouncing in the box. Here's Tamashiro. Waits. A nice pass back out to the wing, and it is denied. That's a great play by Dylan Lowther to send that one away. And then a foul on Sarasota.
It's a nice start to the game there by the Sarasota Paradise. Obviously, you have Enzo Pinozzo's signature long throw thrown into the box. Bounces around there, and a really nice play by Dylan Lowther, though. That could have been a really, really early goal.
This is a Kings Hammer team that has struggled this season, especially in the last game against the Paradise. They were not able to control a lot of the possession, and when they were pressed, they turned the ball over a multitude of times. It's something that they're going to have to clean up tonight. And in the game last week against Fort Lauderdale United, they only had 32% of possession. A key sign and a key tale to why they lost 2-1 to Fort Lauderdale United. A key reason that they are so far behind in the standings so far, as it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, the kind of pressure that this team faces, and when they go under that pressure, they give the ball up a lot, and that's something we see from the Paradise. Very high-press team, so it's something that Kings Hammer is definitely going to have to improve on if they want a chance at this game.
Here is George Waits. Robert Bulu. Burlew in his 2nd game. Had a productive 60 minutes in the win over Fort Lauderdale United. The right back from Wisconsin University. It's Rojas. Enzo Pinozzo Burlew. Andres Ferrere trying to give and go. And that's nice control right there. And it will be a foul. It was Sander Trevor, the captain. Bernal. Ferrere not in the striker position tonight for the first time this season. He will start in the midfield, along with Kai Tamashiro and Fabrizio Bernal, the lone striker today. Elias Kodri, who scored that third goal in the win against Fort Lauderdale United. It was a bad mistake by goalkeeper Michael Stone and allowed what will most likely be the easiest goal that the Paradise score all year long. Just a complete empty net as here's Burlew.
Yeah, definitely a game where there was a lot of emotions, and it seems like it kind of translated onto the pitch there for a second in reference to Kodri's third goal against Lauderdale last week.
George waits. Paradise retreat. It's Fabrizio Bernal who gives it over to Enzo Pinozzo. Dashing through is Felipe Rojas. Rojas will go for goal. A nice run by the left back.
Sarasota Paradise.
It's definitely a nice run there by Felipe Rojas. Makes a couple guys miss and then just unable to kind of get under that ball and put it where he wants it. But it's a nice run in by him.
Felipe Rojas is one of a few players that has been with the Paradise all 3 seasons. He scored a goal last year. Only goal he scored in those 3 years, but not often you're seeing left back score as Tamashiro gives some pressure. Calvin Steele.
Yeah, not a surprise that the Paradise are starting Tamashiro this game, especially considering how bad King's Hammer are with the press, and the fact that considering that Tamashiro is so good at that press, it's definitely a strategic start from the Paradise tonight.
Couple of shots blocked by the Paradise. Burlew. Fabrizio Bernal. And it will be a Paradise throw. Chandler Crawshaw couldn't believe it. Nice touch by Rojas, but a poor second one, and it's taken away by King's Hammer. Dylan Lowther. Oliver Drost. And Burlew sends it out. It was a game that the Paradise thought they should have won by more last time these two teams met. It was a 1-0 win. Enzo Pinozzo, the game winner in the 66th minute, but the Paradise missed an abundance of opportunities. They thought that they should have won that game by maybe 3. How can the Paradise capitalize on these opportunities, Paul?
Yeah, I think they need to take a lot of notes from what they did last game. I talked about it last game against Fort Lauderdale, and I mentioned that if they were to want to beat that team, they were going to have to capitalize on those chances, because we've seen from the Paradise this season that they've kind of missed those chances. So last game, they capitalized on those chances, obviously beating Fort Lauderdale, the best team in USL2 South Florida Division, by 3 goals. They're going to need to take a lot of notes. They're going to need to keep that consistency from last game, and I think if they do that, there will be an abundance of goals tonight.
Christian Leon. Fabrizio Bernal. Bernal gets it over to Elias Kodri. That's a nice touch to keep possession. My goodness! What a way to get that into the box. Rojas! second shot of the game from Felipe Rojas, and a nice move by Elias Kodri.
Yeah, definitely. That was a nasty move by Elias Kodri. Sent two defenders back and then a nice ball into the box, but Felipe Rojas unable to put that volley in the net.
Elias Kodri, no stranger to scoring. We talked about his goal last game against Fort Lauderdale, but last season at Gardner-Webb, he scored 9 goals in 20 games, an impressive feat. Next season, he'll be playing at New Hampshire University. But one of the guys on this Paradise team who knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. Enzo Pinozo. Fabrizio Bernal wanted it. Nice defensive play right there by Will Couch. Camrath. Rojas again. Rojas gets it in. And it's an easy catch that goes to the ground for Diego Garcia Arena. And although the 32% possession, and that will be a foul, although the 32% possession against Fort Lauderdale United, which obviously by no means is good, it was a late winner in the 80th plus minute for Fort Lauderdale United. King's Hammer, you saw it against Sarasota as well. They like to hang around, and while the results haven't transpired yet, those teams that are gritty and hang around are teams that can cause problems. And what does it say about this Kings Hammer F City team? Although the results aren't showing, they're still a tough team, although the stats don't back it.
Yeah, absolutely. They're kind of the definition of kind of a bending but not breaking completely kind of team. And they definitely, as you said, like to kind of hang in and make it close against these tough teams like Fort Lauderdale, like the Sarasota Paradise. And that's why I say it could kind of be a trap game for the Sarasota Paradise if they are kind of lazy and complacent in that way. So I would not be surprised if King's Hammer make it close here.
Here's George Waits. Waits, that's a nice run by Felipe Rojas. He's into the box, drops it off for Kodri, but he sends it high. First great opportunity of the game for the Paradise.
Yeah, wow, it's a great run in there, and then a nice pass into Elias Koji, but he just gets under it a little too much and sends it right over the bar, but a great early chance here for the Sarasota Paradise.
Felipe Rojas has had a great first 10 minutes of this game. We're in the 11th minute, knotted up at 0. A score update in that Fort Lauderdale United game, a game that Paradise fans are watching so closely. It is the 82nd minute, and it is 0-0 still. That would be an important result in the title chances for the Paradise. We will keep you updated when that game goes final. Fabrizio Bernal. Ferrere saves it, but it does go out for a goal kick. Ferrere, the leading goal scorer on this Paradise team. 2 braces, 4 goals on the season. Some clutch goals at that. That all-important game winner against Fort Lauderdale United in the 4th game of the season. It's a bad touch right there by King's Hammer, and now here is Roberto Burlu. Waits. That's a nice pass, and it finds Felipe Rojas, who sends it into Tamashiro. And that's a nice touch. Camrath there, a nice header back to Martin Brink, making his second start for the Paradise. Started in that home opener against St. Pete, where the Paradise and St. Petersburg drew 1-1. Filling in for Jack Killstrom. Bernal. Andres Ferrere. Tamashiro. got speed. But that's great defense right there. That's Dylan Lowther. Shields the body perfectly, and it goes out.
Yeah, you definitely see the Paradise being really, really aggressive early in this game. You know, a lot of the possession has kind of been in that latter half, and there's been a lot of chances for the Paradise. I definitely sense a goal coming.
Trevor sends one long for... Goes out for a throw. Rojas defending there and takes it away. Linus Kodry shielded off, but the Paradise have possession. It's George Waits. Oh, nice move by Andres Ferrere. Creates some space for the run for Bernal, but just too long. A solid crowd even after an hour and a half lightning delay. No rain ever touched down here at Premier Sports Campus, but a bunch of lightning delayed this one all the way till 9 o'clock.
Just proves how loyal these fans are, able to, wait that extra hour and still supporting the Paradise. It's great to see out here.
Nia. Over to Will Couch. Crawshaw and Couch back and forth. William Waters. That's a nice run right there by Chandler Crawshaw. Crawshaw sends it in low. And a great opportunity now. Just misses right there. That was a nice kick from Calvin Steele, who has one goal in the season for Kings Hammer. Not able to slice that one into the top corner.
Yeah, that attack looked dangerous from that kind of through ball in. And then a really nice pass. It looks like it was kind of a whiff in that box, and then it just came right to Calvin Steele and just over the bar, but it looked like it was going to go right in that top right corner.
Elias Kodry, a nice spin. He'll send it flip side for Fabrizio Bernal, and it catches just a sliver of the head of Will Couch and goes out for a corner. First of the game for the Paradise.
Presented by Irwin Collective. Proudly supporting your Sarasota Paradise, Irwin Collective is the preferred real estate team for Sarasota and the surrounding areas. Whether you're buying or selling, our trusted advisors are here to guide you. Visit IrwinCollective.com to schedule your consultation today.
Paradise have scored on 2 set pieces in back-to-back home games. Set Lucas Camrath goal right before halftime on Wednesday night. Waits. One touch, left foot in. Panozzo.
Yeah, it's a nice ball in by Waits, but a little bit of a tough angle for the header there by Panozzo, and it just goes out for a goal kick.
Garcia Arena. And some great pressure from the Paradise. We talked about it earlier. The Paradise know how to press. They know how to take the ball away. And now a real opportunity. Andres Ferrere just missing it.
Yeah, we talked about it before the game. Kings Hammer really, really unable to deal with the pressure. And it kind of shows there as they lose possession in their own half, and it almost leads to a goal.
Trying to squeeze it into Oliver Droust. And we talked about that possession problem for Kings Hammer, and you're seeing it here in the first 18 minutes of this game, it has been all Paradise with the ball.
Yeah, it's really, really important. Possession is a very important thing, especially even in that back half when it looks like they're just passing it around. They're trying to wait for something to open up. So if you can't even get possession in those kind of back four of the defense, it's not going to be able for anything to open up in the attack, and then it's going to be harder for there to be a goal.
And a foul, they'll get Chandler Crawshaw for that.
All right, fans, let's get it going here. Let's go, Paradise. Let's go, Paradise. Let's go, Paradise.
Andres Ferreira.
Let's go, Paradise.
Over to Kai Tamashiro. He has 9 goals all time with the Paradise through 3 seasons. 2 this year, 5 last year, and he had 2 in his debut season in 2023. Taken away by Hale Ottman. And now a break. But taken away. And it looks like a substitute's going to be needed.
Felipe
Rojas.
Yeah.
And it looks like Travis Ward will get an early entrance. Felipe Rojas, such a strong start to this game, and he didn't go down, but clearly
he was sat down a little on the sideline there by the throw-in, but got right back up. He was kind of clutching that leg.
a strong 20 for Felipe Rojas, but Travis Ward will come in. Felipe Rojas, again, one of those guys who's been with the Paradise all 3 seasons, works with the Paradise in marketing.
He's been a very instrumental player in this first 20 minutes, had a really strong first 20 minutes. It'll be tough to lose them.
For Felipe Rojas, number 12.
It'll be a King's Hammer throw. And they will do the respectful thing and give it back to the Paradise after the injury. Most likely why Felipe Rojas sent that one out of play. That's wonderful defense by Hale Ottman to take that one away from Waits. Trevor. That's a nice spin by Oliver Drost. Drost sends it in, and Martin Brink makes easy work. Kai Tamashiro. Waits. That run would have been offside. Sander Trevor. Crawshaw trying to get past Burlew. He's having none of that. Coach Stokovich talked about that last week, about how they needed to get a more secure right back. Roberto Burlew has been everything for this Paradise team just in the short game and a half that he's played so far.
Yeah, it's so clearly evident that he's just such a pure, talented right back, and it's something that the Paradise have kind of been missing. I mean, we talked to Coach Stokovic that they've been kind of switching that position up a lot this season, but Roberto Burlew last game had a fantastic game. He's had a great first 20 minutes, and he might cement himself as that kind of starting core right back for the Sarasota Paradise.
Travis Ward. Now George Waits. Ward on the run. And it looks like that will be a corner. second corner of the game. In extra time in the Fort Lauderdale United game, we'll have a final score announcement for you in just a couple of moments. But first, the Paradise trying to take care of their own business. George waits on the corner. And sent away. Garcina Arena. Ward trying to play it back into the box. Bernal retreats back. Bernal guarded tightly by Crawshaw. Leon. That's wonderful defense right there from Chandler Crawshaw, and he'll win a foul. That's a couple times tonight we've seen the impact from Chandler Crawshaw.
Yeah, it's a really nice play there on Christian Leon, and it kind of looks like he tried to crawl back and a little too much contact on Crawshaw, and he gets called for the foul there. But, yeah, really nice defense by Crawshaw there.
Leon. Paradise trying to break the other way. Elias Kodry. Bernal on the wing. Paradise trying to crack through this Kings Hammer defense. They've been stout. Played in. Thomas Shiro was waiting for it to fall.
Looked like Waits tried to get a nice volley there, but it's just deflected away.
Thomas Shiro. Kodry tries to get by. Looked like Thomas Shiro might have been able to come in and take that away, but instead it's Kings Hammer the other way. It's Oliver Drost. Drost trying to find his second goal of the season. Enzo Pinozzo having none of that. Setting up for Trevor, and not even close, sends that one well into the stands.
Yeah, it's a really nice play by Oliver Drost there. A nice run, and definitely beats Burlew there, and he has a couple times this game.
Deliberately, personal construction services, the public and private clients.
Here's Bernal. Paradise on the move again. And a poor pass was trying to find Andres Ferrere, but not on the same page.
Yeah, just a miscommunication there by Bernal and Ferrere, but a little too far away from Andres Ferrere there.
Oh, and a poor pass.
Yeah, another miscommunication there on Kings Hammer's side.
Dylan Lowther not on the same page with Calvin Steele, and it is another turnover, another sloppy pass by Kings Hammer, and the Paradise once again have possession until they don't. Sander Trevor. Nothing doing. Waits. Kai on the run. And that run was offside and will come back. Still knotted up at 0 apiece. Paradise, Kings Hammer. Kings Hammer already in a spot where they cannot win the South Florida division. It is a 4-team race right now with the Paradise, Fort Lauderdale United, St. Petersburg, and then FC Miami City is hanging around in there. They've got to start getting some wins and not draws. But if they're able to crack out a win, especially late against Fort Lauderdale United, you could start to see their name move up.
Definitely. They could definitely make a unexpected run here, and this game that they're playing against Fort Lauderdale is very telling of that.
They played the Paradise tough, beat the Paradise, not by a little, by a lot. Elias Kodry for Andres Ferrere. That run looked onside. Ferrere slowing it down, but Hale Ottman there, along with William Waters, to slow it down, but they turn it away before it is cleared away by Waters. And there's Oliver Dross just waiting. And Enzo Pinozo a shove, and referee says play on.
Yeah, that's a clean play by Enzo Pinoza. You see Oliver Dross there not liking the call there, but just a pure physical body move by Enzo Pinoza. It's a very nice defensive play.
And a final score in Miami. Fort Lauderdale United 0, FC Miami City 0. The division leaders have drawn against FC Miami City, and now the Paradise, along with St. Pete, have just opened themselves up a very clear path to the number 1 seed. It doesn't knock them out by any means, Fort Lauderdale, but they only have 2 games to go, and the Paradise and St. Petersburg, if they start stacking wins, it's going to be a large hole to climb out of now. 10 games played, 22 points for Fort Lauderdale United. Paradise, 7 games played with 16.
Yeah, it's definitely not, putting Fort Lauderdale out of contention, but it's a big game. It's a big draw, especially for the Paradise, who, beat them last game. And if they can grab a win tonight here against Kings Hammer, can really set them up for a nice spot to grab that number 1 spot.
Oliver Dross just having a tough time with Enzo Pinozo on him. One of the stars of this back four for the Paradise. Here's Travis Ward. Pinozo was the one who scored the game winner against Kings Hammer as Thomas Shiro down in the box. But it is not going to be a penalty. In fact, it looks like it's going to go the other way. That's the second time this season we've seen Thomas Shiro go down in the box, and instead it's a foul on him.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a bit of a tangle up between the two. It definitely could have gone either way, but the referee seeing it as King's Hammer.
Thomas Shiro saves that one from going out of play. It's Christian Leon. Thomas Shiro trying to get it back. Instead it is taken away by Hale Ottman. Ottman and Thomas Shiro. Tough physical play. And it is a foul on Ottman. Paradise go quick. Nice recovery by Waits. Ferrere shoved to the ground. That one's going to get called on the captain, Sander Trevor.
Yeah, you see, this tension starting to rise. It's starting to get really physical here. But fouls on Kings, back-to-back fouls on King's Hammer, setting the Paradise up for a nice free kick.
So a free kick here for the Paradise in the 32nd minute. Still level at 0. This game has turned very physical in the last 10 minutes or so. No yellow cards yet. And going for goal was Andres Ferrere and sends that one well into the crowd.
Yeah, really nowhere near there, but a nice idea.
Going long for Oliver Drost. Had Berlew beat, but hits off of his back. A good idea there from Diego Garcinorina. Bernal gets it into Ferrere. What a back heel, but an even better save. Garcinorina with the right hand to keep this game level at 0.
Yeah, what a what a back heel there by Andres Ferrer. What a nice idea as it sets up Bernal. Really nice shot from him, but an even better save from Diego Garcia-Arena. Fully outstretched, able to push it beyond to that left side.
Took the Paradise the whole first half to find the opener against Fort Lauderdale. Here's Andres Ferreira. He keeps possession into Bernal. How about this time to Tamashiro? Both of these teams airing it over the post tonight.
Yeah, definitely some. We see a lot of players leaning back and kind of getting under the balls there, and they just kind of need to put their head down and make sure that ball stays on the ground, because that could result in some goals here. I mean, we've seen a lot of chances for the Sarasota Paradise, but just not able to capitalize on it, and that's something they're going to need to do if they want to win here tonight against King's Hammer.
George waits. Paradise with, and again, Enzo Pinozo. Over to Roberto Burlew. Burlew has some space. Quickly covered by Dylan Lowther. And it will hit the top of the net and go out for a goal kick. But Paradise, they've got all the possession here. Even after goal kicks, they're turning it away right after the goal kicks. It's all Paradise here. What are the Paradise missing in their offense that's not translating to the goal? And what can King's Hammer do to get past their possession problem?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I just kind of mentioned it. They need to capitalize on those goal-scoring opportunities. They need to take those better shots. They're dribbling well.
Here's Bernal. Bernal will go for goal. That's a great sliding stop by Sander Trevor. Lays out to make the play, and that should be a handball. No whistle. They play on!
Thanks to our friends at Chick-fil-A, truth was, he's got something extra tasty riding on tonight's game. The Sarasota Paradise scores 2 or more goals tonight.
And it will be a kick for
free Chick-fil-A sandwich. Redeemable at any participating
King's Hammer.
Yeah, I think they might have got one of the attackers on a shove as one of the center backs went down there.
A low kick. Bernal just sends it right back to him. Water sends it long. Camrath there. And it's another foul on Chandler Crawshaw.
Yeah, getting a little too physical there with Roberto Burlew. We've seen that a lot this game. A lot of physicality, a lot of players going down, a lot of fouls. Tensions are rising here.
Waits. Al Leon to Burlew. Poor touch had Fabrizio Bernal, and you can hear his reaction.
Yeah, he had a lot of space there. I was expecting Burlew to kind of get it outside to him, maybe create a chance. He's been good on the wing tonight.
Camrath. Andres Ferreira. Good recovery by King's Hammer, and Sander Trevor sends it, but it is well offside on the run from Oliver Drost. Enzo Pinozo. Roberto Burlew. Andres Ferreira. Now they get it to Bernal. What will he make of his opportunity? Into Tamashiro. Tamashiro looking for his club-leading 10th goal. He's tied right now with Seth Mollmeister, who scored 9 goals last season. William Waters. Lowther. Ottman. That's a nice pass. Oliver Drost.
Really nice ball movement from King's Hammer right here.
Ottman. First good possession of the game for King's Hammer FC, and can they make the Paradise pay? There's that great defense from Kai Tamashiro that we've gotten so used to.
Yeah, first good possession only took nearly 40 minutes to get it going, but better late than never.
Taken away. King's Hammer trying to break the deadlock themselves, but they'll turn it away. Pinozzo with it. Settles it down with George Waits. Waits, that's a nice ball. Elias Kodri goes for goal, and it is not close.
Yeah, just a really tough angle there for Kodri to go for goal. I would have really liked to see him maybe play that into Ferreira or Bernal. They had way better angles.
Let's go Paradise! Let's go Paradise! Let's go Paradise!
It's a nice move. It was Calvin Steele. And again, although King's Hammer has been dominated this whole game, they're a gritty bunch. 40th minute, still tied at 0. And you let a team like that hang around. One goal is all it takes.
Yeah, seriously, one little mistake in the back or one bounce around from a corner kick, and all of a sudden you're down 1-0 late in the game, and it can be really tough to come back from that. And we talked about that earlier in the game. You know, King's Hammer has struggled with possessions, and they haven't really got a lot of good chances going this game, but they're still hanging around, and it's still 0-0.
Tampa Bay United last year hung around the Paradise back when the Paradise played at Sarasota High School last season. And it was 1-0. Paradise dominated the whole game, and a wonky deflection ended up on the foot of Killigore. And Killigore scored a great goal to make it 1-1. Paradise drew an important game. Bernal. And it will go out for a Paradise throw. But regardless, that goal by Killigore and Tampa Bay United to draw that game 1-1 forced the Paradise to beat Miami AC the next week. Now they did, and they went on to win the league. However, they don't have as much leeway this season.
Definitely not.
Still got Fort Lauderdale right in the mix. And then St. Petersburg is right on track with the Paradise. And a foul on Sarasota.
Looks like Roberto Burlu getting a little too physical there. But as you mentioned, you know, a lot of a closer race this year than last year. And the Sarasota Paradise don't have as much leeway to kind of draw those games or lose those games. They really need a win here tonight, especially considering the result here tonight from, you know, Lauderdale drawing FC Miami. It would be really, really crucial for the Sarasota Paradise to grab a win here tonight.
If the Paradise win, they will only be 3 points behind with 2 games in hand. And some quick math will tell you that they would be in a great spot with 3 points here. But King's Hammer FC battling hard. Here is Dylan Lowther. That's great positioning right there from Elias Kodri. That's sent out of play by Nia. King's Hammer wanted the officials for that throw-in, but to no avail. Camrath scored that late goal in the first. just 3 days ago. Burlew. Ferrere. Excuse me, that's Kodry. And sent out. And will it be a corner? It will be. A nice effort from Garcia Arena, but third corner of the game. And this is how the Paradise scored to end the first half last game.
Yeah, it's definitely a dangerous spot for the Paradise there. They've been really good on corners. They've had a lot of them. And, like I said, that one awkward bounce and it falls into the right hands, it can be a 1-0 game.
That's how it normally goes for the Paradise.
Looks like the ref having a little word there with Oliver Dross has definitely expressed his discomfort with that call with the ref.
Waits the corner in. Great control by Travis Ward, but sends that one well out of play.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot tonight, especially from the Paradise. Lots of balls going over the bar here. And we've kind of seen them be really aggressive with these chances. We've seen, Elias Kodry take a bad angle shot, and then we've seen Bernal take a bad angle shot, and then Ward there with kind of an aggressive shot. They really, really want a goal right now.
Pinozo tries to clear it away, but it is Crawshaw who ends up with it instead. Pressed by Burlew, and it will go out for a throw. Throws it into the box. It's a nice opportunity right there from Abdullah.
That definitely looked dangerous.
Back out to Hale Ottman. Trying to go flip side to Lowther, and Lowther able to win the battle. Waters. Couch. Awaiting the word on extra time. That's a dangerous challenge. And it is a yellow for Travis Ward. That could have been a horrendous situation for the Paradise had the official drawn the red, but safe with the yellow.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have even been surprised if that was a red. That was extremely reckless from Travis Ward, but only a yellow. He's got to be careful.
Free kick played in. Nobody on that right side. And that will sound the halftime whistle. Still level at 0. An important 45 minutes for the Sarasota Paradise. When we come back, Paradise trying to climb their way to number 1 in the South Florida Division. Paradise 0, Kings Hammer 0 when we come back. Kings Hammer FC battled it out in the first half. Tightly contested game, 0-0. Paradise, they're not out of it with one point.
Yeah.
However, it does set them back. This is the type of game that defines a team. We talked about it in the open. The most important part of this game was not falling to a team that you should beat.
Yeah.
You come off a win against a much more dominant team in Fort Lauderdale United. Now you come in to a team that is 2 wins, 2 draws, and 5 losses on the season. This is your trap game 3 days after short rest. They've got 45 minutes to prove that they are worthy of being at the 1 seed.
Yeah.
And they're not out of it if they draw or even if they lose. There's a long season ahead, at least for the Paradise. 4 games remain after this. But a win puts them in such a valuable position in regards to winning the South Florida Division. They control their own destiny now. They will not if they draw or lose today. Here's an early opportunity, and that it's going to be close. It looks like we're going to have a goal. No, it's a corner kick.
Yeah, like you said, it's a really important game for the Paradise, even though it doesn't look like it. It really is important to kind of get a win there. Like you said, they're not out of it if they get a draw here, but it would be really, really crucial if they could grab a win here and really just give Fort Lauderdale a run for their money in that number 1 spot.
Crawshaw will send it in. Nice pass from Pinozzo. Here's Kodry. Pressed by Ottman. And turned away. Romeo Dahlin in for the Paradise. And it's an immediate impact into Andres Ferreri. Not the best strike on that one. And it's easily saved by Diego Garcienia.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of tried to curve the ball into the bottom right corner, right past the keeper, but unable to get that curve, and it just goes right to him.
Oh, that's a wonderful move by Christian Leon. Andres Ferreri into George Waits. Now it's Pinozzo. Javon Rodriguez. Owen Barnett. Leon! Just high. Paradise looking to build off those opportunities in half number 1. They had a good amount, but none really translated. But a nice start there from Andres Ferreri.
Yeah, you see the Paradise continuing to be aggressive early in this second half. They were really aggressive in that first half, weren't able to capitalize on really any of the chances that they were given. It was always a ball going over the bar or a ball going wide. So they're definitely going to need to work on that and really capitalize on those chances if they want any chance at winning here against Kings Hammer.
Frost. That's a wonderful play by Enzo Pinozzo. You saw Calvin Steele battling, and it just seems like every time Enzo Pinoza was there to shut it down.
Yeah, he's absolutely crucial in that backfield for the Sarasota Paradise. Like you said, it seems like every time someone tries to go up against him, he shuts it right down. He is so locked down for the Paradise.
Enzo Pinoza played in that Open Cup against FC Naples in the month of March. Battling, and finally Owen Barnett wins possessional, sent it in, and Elias Kodry racing, trying to get there, and it is sent away. It's a nice play by Nia. Leon. Camerath over to Javon Rodriguez. Barnett. Pass taken away. And sent away. Lucas Camrath sent back to retreat. 50th minute if you're just joining us here at the Premier Sports Complex. Still knotted up at 0. Paradise, an abundance of opportunities. Nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. And will Kings Hammer FC play spoiler on the Paradise's path to back-to-back South Florida Division Championships? Here's Sander Trevor, the Norwegian who plays for Florida Southern University and Lakeland, Florida.
You talked about Kings Hammer possibly spoiling that Sarasota Paradise's chances at that number 1 spot, and it's definitely not out of the questions. As we talked before in the broadcast, they are kind of one of those teams that likes to hang and likes to make it close. So would not be surprised if they were able to take that out.
Rodriguez to Barnett. Barnett, he's so fast in the midfield, so good at creating opportunities, just like the one we see here. Barnett. Kodry sends it into the middle. Was looking to find Dylan, and it is denied. It will come back anyway, but a nice job by Waters to get in front of that scorching shot.
Yeah, wow, that was a scorching shot, but I believe it was Travis Ward who came in there and absolute rocket, but an amazing play by William Waters to block it, because that sure looked like it was going in the back of the net.
And that one will go off the foot of Pinozo. Paradise win it back after a poor throw, and now here's Elias Kodry. Kodry brings it towards the middle, and a nice slide tackle right there from Nia. Lowther. Waters sends it clear. Will find Hale Ottman, but out for a throw.
Yeah, we talked earlier in the open about the Sarasota Paradise not kind of being able to be lazy or complacent in this game. And they haven't really shown that here. They've kind of put the pedal to the metal and kept their foot on the gas here. But Kings Hammer really able to hang in here and make it close.
And they'll have a corner after that one deflects off of Lucas Camrath. Looks like they'll go short here, and they will. Trevor sends it in. but it's a nice job by Javon Rodriguez to send it clear for the time being. Sticks with Trevor. And a deflection, and it's sent away. Paradise have a chance to break, and a foul. Once again on Sander Trevor.
All right, fans, let's get it up. Let's go, Paradise! Let's go, Paradise! Let's go, Paradise! Let's go, Paradise! Let's go, Paradise!
Owen Barnett. A poor pass, and even more poor read by Trevor, and it's Elias Kodry with it on his foot. But a wonderful play right there from Calvin Steele. Barnett able to get it back. Travis Ward into Kodry, who chips it in. Kodry again. What a move. Can he stay with it? He can. But a nice save by Garcia Arena.
Looks like Calvin Steele is down after that physicality from Kodry, but definitely not a foul.
A great battle that Kodry won and set up a chance. It wasn't a great chance, but got the shot on net. And just as you mentioned, Calvin Steele does appear to be down on the pitch, so the trainer will come out and look at him.
Paradise fans, let's
We'll take a break. 0-0, 55th minute, here at the Premier Sports Campus.
Paradise. Crafted by Coastal Bend Distilling Company.
Back to action here in the 56th minute. Paradise trying to grab all 3 points here at home. They have not lost here at home this season. 2 wins, one over Miami AC and one over Fort Lauderdale United, and then that draw to open this season. It was a Lucas Camrath goal in the 89th minute to level the Paradise in St. Petersburg, which is proving to be such an important goal because now with the Fort Lauderdale United draw, the Paradise's biggest threat to the South Florida Division is the team in St. Petersburg. The I-75 Derby, or the Skyway Showdown, as it's called, is coming up very shortly. It's one of the Paradise's 2 remaining home games. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it is the next one as Pinozo steals it away. Andres Ferrere tries to squeeze it in there to Kodry.
It's really nice defense by Nia there.
Barnett waits, trying to get around Ottman. Barnett plays to the outside. Kodry. Poor pass taken away. But the Paradise able to control possession even when it looks like they've lost it. They've just found the way to keep the ball at their feet. Can it translate to a goal?
Yeah, just not really able to find anything right now from the Paradise. They've kind of just been shut down in this possession, but passing it around, looking for something to open up is kind of what needs to happen here.
Enzo Pinozo was the man that found the game winner in the 66th minute against Kings Hammer in the win in May. Who will it be, if any, to find it today? Dahlin spinning, but a push, and it's a foul. Here's King's hammer. Ooh. Can they get a goal here? Here is Calvin Steele, but once again, Enzo Pinozzo there. And it will be a corner. Enzo Pinozzo looked like he lost it, gains back position, and gets some help from his buddy Travis Ward.
Yeah, that was definitely a scare there for the Paradise, but Enzo Pinozzo, as you said, lost it, but then able to climb back and get it out of bounds for a corner kick, but definitely a scare there that definitely could have turned into a goal from Calvin Steele.
A corner here in the 60th minute. Pinozzo probably did not need to touch that one, but it will go out for a throw. Camrath able to get that one away, and that's a nice pass right there from Romeo Dallin, and here come the Paradise on the break.
A lot of space here in the midfield.
They have it in the midfield. It's George Waits. Owen Barnett dancing. Ward to Leon. Back to Barnett. Sent away. Pinozzo, that's a nice move. Once again to that corner, it's Elias Kodry. Calvin Steele has been on him tough all night long. Here's Strost. 1-on-3, not a lot you can do here. Not on this back four. Lucas Camrath takes it away.
It's an amazing defensive play there by Lucas Camrath. Kind of a dangerous jab in there to both of the legs, but works out for him, and he's able to take the ball away.
Barnett to Andres Ferrere. And a diving attempt looked like that was going well wide anyways. No touch, and a goal kick. '61st minute. This game has a very similar feeling to the game played back in Lakeland. Calvin Steele. Enzo Pinozzo right on him. Same story all night.
Yeah, he's had him in his pocket the whole night. And really anyone that's gone up against him, Enzo Pinozzo has been able to shut down as he receives the ball here, maybe looking to attack.
Enzo Pinozzo, no strangers to goals. Like we mentioned, he has that game-winning goal against King's Hammer. Also has a goal in a previous game this season. Elias Kodry was trying to bend one in, but it is saved once again by Diego Garcia-Arena, who has played a very solid game in goal tonight.
Yeah, definitely. He's had a lot of tests and definitely has been very active in goal, but some really nice saves, and he's been really, really solid as kind of a cheeky try there from Elias Kodry, who's definitely no stranger to cheeky tries at all.
Dross plays it in, was looking for Chandler Crawshaw, but not able to get ahead on it. And it is a goal kick that the Paradise will play quickly.
Yeah, really nice ball in there to Crawshaw. Is just not able to get his head around it. Not able to get enough power on it.
Kodry, a poor touch. And it will be a throw for the Paradise. No, a foul. Looked like Will Couch had just slipped, but the referee begs to differ. Two substitutions on here for the Kingshammer FC. Jaden Black and Malfilia, come on in. Leon. Romeo Dallin gets it taken away by Hale Ottman, who has been a strong force in the midfield tonight. Lowther able to win that one back for Kingshammer. Ottman. Played back for Nia.
Kingshammer substitution. Number 13.
Good idea right there from Mafilia.
Number 24, Calvin Steele. And number 18, Jaden Black, in for number 23, Will Couch.
Travis Ward came on for Felipe Rojas in the 20th minute when Felipe Rojas suffered an injury. Ward, a nice move into the middle. Possession won by Kingshammer. It's Sander Trevor. Mafilia. A tough battle. And Romeo Dallin able to poke it away. And Elias Kodry goes for goal. But once again, Diego Garcia-Rina there to make the save.
Yeah, just a brick wall tonight. Not to say that that wasn't a very nice shot by Elias Kodry, but a really good save there by Garcia-Rina.
Penozo sends it out for a throw. It was this time and the last time these two met that the Paradise were able to net the winner. Still level at 0. A result that Fort Lauderdale United players and fans will be hoping stays true.
A lot of open space here in the midfield.
Crowd making some noise. They won a goal. They waited an hour and a half in a lightning delay.
And they definitely deserve one, as there's been so many chances for the Paradise to go up here, but just unable to capitalize on a lot of them. Being extremely aggressive, forcing shots.
Mafilia. Sent away. Obregon. Waters. Waters playing it long, looking for Dylan Lowther. Travis Ward there to take that one away. Now it's Romeo Dallin and company. Dallin gets by. Sends it towards the middle, but it ends up on the left wing with Elias Kodry. Andres Ferreira tried the back heel, but the Paradise still win a corner.
Yeah, tried the back heel and just completely whiffed on it. Probably trying to look for Kodry there, but goes out for a corner.
Proudly supporting your Sarasota Paradise, Irwin Collective, the preferred real estate team for Sarasota surrounding area. Substitution for Sarasota, number 33, Angel Velasquez. And number 15,
Angel Velasquez comes in for Christian Leon. 68th minute. Do the Paradise have an answer here? Finds the head and a great chance for Andres Ferreira. But looks like he might have taken a shot to the face from Andres Ferreira. Immediately going down. And the trainers will rush on out.
Yeah, an amazing save there by Garcia-Rina, but might have paid the price, as it looks like Ferrere sent the ball right into his face.
I'm wondering if possibly his foot caught his face.
That's definitely a possibility.
Still down on the side. The players will head back to the sideline. We'll step away for a short break. 69th minute here at the Premier Sports Complex in Lakewood Ranch. It's the Paradise 0, Kings Hammer 0.
Designed for ages 12 months and older. Thank you to U13 Football Club Sarasota boys for being the ball kids tonight.
Nearing the 71st minute of action here at the Premier Sports Complex in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. We have gotten a final score update in the St. Petersburg game. St. Petersburg wins their 4th straight road game. They now end the season with 4 straight home games. And they, once again, control their own destiny for the South Florida Division. They will have 8 matches played with 19 points. Live table with the Paradise. If this result stays true, they will have 8 matches played with 17 points.
Yeah, St. Petersburg definitely going to be a difficult opponent to get ahead of, as 4 straight home games definitely put them in an advantage to end the season.
Fort Lauderdale United and them will meet, but it is a great opportunity for Oliver Drost, who sends it just wide. Tough shot. Almost made it count. But again, St. Petersburg and Fort Lauderdale do have to meet, so that is a tough home game. They also have to play the Paradise. So a tough schedule for St. Pete, but they get them at home, and that's where teams always have the most success. But what success that they did have on the road, similar to that 3-game stand that the Paradise had, where they won 3 games on the road. Played into the middle, looking for the head of Owen Barnett. Falls to the feet of Enzo Pinozo. Codry. And punched away by Garcia Arena. And on the run.
Beautiful ball.
Can Kings Hammer open the scoring? A poor pass, and Travis Ward able to take it away. Was looking for Chandler Crawshaw. Here comes Sarasota. Owen Barnett open in the midfield. They finally get it there. Now Codry's got some space. They'll get it there as well. Codry spinning. Chips it in. This defense for Kings Hammer has been elite tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Just some late passes there. Owen Barnett was calling for the ball for at least 5 seconds before it actually got to him. And then you see Elias Codry with a lot of space. They need to play the passes way more fast and quicker so that they can capitalize on those chances and give guys way more space.
Paradise win a free kick. Barnett. Enzo Pinozo. Elias Codry. Got some curve on it, but once again, Garcia Arena, no problem. Time is dwindling down for the Paradise to come away with 3 points. Here's a nice run. Angel Velasquez sent out, and it's a goal kick. Stunning work on the defensive side for King's Hammer. And in a game where they've had no possession, they have seemingly played the part on defense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's definitely been some shaky moments in that midfield and attack, but that defense has stood very, very strong, not allowing the Paradise to capitalize on those chances, and they definitely deserve all the credit they're being given tonight.
Pinozo wins possession, and the Paradise will win a throw. Going quickly, but Andres Ferrere could not get the touchdown. Romeo Dolan pressed high by Waters. Play into Velasquez. That's a nice move, and it will go out, and it's going to be a goal kick.
It's a really nice move in there by Velasquez, but it looks like he just took just a little too much of a heavy touch, and it just bounces off him, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Velasquez just came in as a sub, and he has been an instant impact for the Paradise, creating opportunities. Paradise still nothing to show for it.
Attention, Paradise fans. Tonight's attendance, 1,011. 1,011. Thank you.
1,011, the attendance for the Paradise. Pretty impressive even after the 1.5 hour rain delay. Owen Barnett. Kodry back into Barnett, but it is taken away by Nia.
Oh, wow. If the Owen Barnett got a touch on that, that surely could have been a one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but just out of reach, and Nia takes it away.
Crawshaw wanted a handball, but cannot get the referee to call it, pleading with him. Paradise on the attack once again. Owen Barnett again. Camerath. Waits, tries the back heel. But now it's Sander Trevor on the run, who plays it long, and he's got Oliver Drost with Martin Brink at a goal, but he sends it out of play. A good opportunity for King's Hammer to open the scoring in the 77th minute.
Yeah, definitely a really nice play by Martin Brink, able to kind of come out of his position and send that one away before Oliver Doss can get to it.
And Andres Ferrere will come off for the Paradise. It is Nikola Slivic who will look to be the spark.
35, Andres Frank.
And some substitutions now for King's Hammer. Thomas and Head comes on in, along with Xavier Rimple. Block the throw in. Sent away. Now the Paradise can break. Elias Kodry. To Owen Barnett in the midfield. Paradise have been searching for one of their midfielders to find the back of the net. Now is the time. Angel Velasquez. Shifty. But there is Nia to send this away.
Kings Hammer substitutions, number 12, Noah Russell.
Kings Hammer will get the throw.
Dylan Lowther. And number 20, Thompson Head. In for number 22, Chandler Franklin.
Long throw shielded by Camrath, but it's another throw. Jaden Black demanding that he's the one to throw this in. Tells Oliver Dross to go away. 80th minute, 0-0 game. A game that the Paradise have controlled all the possession, but the score is level. Can Kings Hammer find a winner? Oh my goodness! What a risky decision that was, and that could have been costly.
Yeah, what a scare there. It looks like Travis Ward and Martin Brink just with a little bit of lack of communication there on that header, and that could have proved extremely costly for the Paradise.
Sent away. Javon Rodriguez there.
All right, let's give it up for your Sarasota Paradise. Let's go Paradise. Let's go Paradise. Let's go Paradise.
81st minute.
Let's go Paradise.
Paradise need an answer. It's in, and it goes through the legs of Nia. But once again, Garcia Arena there to make the stop. He has been reliable hands all night long.
Yeah, absolutely. 80th minute here as Kings Hammer still hanging on despite not having a lot of chances, not a lot of possession, still hanging on and playing extremely well defensively.
It's a bad touch and an aggressive play. And now the foul is called. Looked like they were going to let him play on, but the referee changes his decision. Drost. Travis Ward controls. Barnett. Forward. Camrath plays it back to Martin Brink. Has not had much to any trouble down at his end tonight. Slivich. Panozzo. He's got a couple game winners so far this season. Kodry sends it into the middle. Oh, and a nice chance right there for Angel Velasquez. But it is sent high and out for a goal kick.
Absolute wonder of a ball there by Elias Kodry, but just kind of falls in an awkward spot for Angel Velasquez as he's not able to get his head around it, and it goes high.
That's a horrible kick from Garcia Arena, and it will go out for a throw for the Paradise. Crowd starting to get into it here in Sarasota. In the 2 previous years of this club, we have seen some dramatic late winners, late equalizers, where we see it here tonight. Owen Burnett trying to squeeze it in there to Enzo Pinozo. Waits, wins it back. Here's Burnett. Thought he was fouled, but instead, here comes King's Hammer. Black into Sander Trevor, the captain, and he gets pocketed. That's wonderful defense right there from Javon Rodriguez. Paradise the other way. Pinozo's got to run. Didn't see him. Elias Kodry towards the middle. Has the sprint on! Slivich controls. Kodry wanted goal. Travis Ward
Thought about it.
Velasquez.
Let's go, guys, come on!
That's a good attempt right there from Garcia Arena, trying to find Drost. That's how Kings Hammer is going to have to find their goal. The possession aspect of the game has not worked. There's really been no movement in their passing. It's been the breaks that have really made their only opportunities so far today. Good idea right there from Garcia Arena. But once again, the Paradise are on the attack. Can one of these breaks result in the game winner? Kodry sent away for the time being. Javon Rodriguez controls. Ward. Velasquez. On that far right side. Shaking and baking, trying to squeeze through this defense. Sent into the middle. Romeo Dolan tried to find a head on it. Looked like it might have graced him just a slight bit. Goes out for a goal kick.
He's unable to find anyone in the box there, and that attack has kind of ended like pretty much every attack that the Paradise have had tonight, and it just seems like every time they appear to get something going, King's Hammer just shuts them down. They've played extremely well defensively, and like you said, it's kind of not an aspect of possession or not an aspect of attack for King's Hammer, but it's just how well they play defensively and are able to hang in games against tough teams.
Slivich. '87th minute.
Go, 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 go!
Pinozo to Elias Kodry. Kodry trying to get around Black, and it will go out for a corner. Is this the moment?
Yeah, it definitely could be. We've seen a lot of Paradise corners ending up in goals, especially late in this game. An awkward fall can really make the Paradise go up 1-0 here.
Out for a goal kick. Great defense right there from William Waters. Shielding that one out of play. Oliver Drost sends it out for a throw.
Yeah, another miscommunication. It looks like he was trying to maybe get Trevor on a one run, but there was no run made.
Playing long for Kodry. Can he get the touch? He does keep it in. He does get by. Elias Kodry, can he be the hero? He just misses it. Elias Kodry almost sent this place into a frenzy. but it is just wide, and we remain deadlocked at 0.
Absolutely amazing touch there by Elias Kodri. Initially thought it was just going to go straight out of bounds. It looks like there was a little too much heat on it. Takes a nice touch, cuts it inside, and just barely misses the goal.
Diego Garcia Arena taking his time on this kick. In no rush to get it away. Draws a positive result for Kings Hammer FC. Obviously out of contention to possibly win the league. But like I said earlier, play spoiler. You'd be surprised how much motivation that gives a dead team to produce. And how about possibly taking the point away if they can convert on this free kick opportunity?
Absolutely. That would be truly a crazy result, especially after Fort Lauderdale suffering kind of the same result earlier here tonight. And the Paradise may be put in kind of a similar position, and then that puts St. Petersburg in a really, really nice position to go for that first place spot. 4 straight away wins. They've got 4 straight home games to end the season. They could really pull away with this number 1 place.
St. Petersburg, one of the biggest Kings Hammers fans in these next 3 minutes. We're in the 90th minute of play. Do the Paradise have an answer? Owen Barnett. Velasquez. They'll chip it in. Sent away for the time being. We'll await the word on extra time in just a few moments. Pinozo's able to win that one back for the Paradise. Crowd cheering their team on. Pinozo. Drop off for Kodri. Kodri gets by. A poor shot sent out for the time being. And it's a throw. 4 minutes of added time. Kings Hammer now with the chance to possibly steal this game.
All right, fans, let's give it up to your Sarasota Paradise.
Jaden Black to throw it in. That's a poor throw. And it'll be a goal kick. Paradise will have to go quick. Martin Brink, he wanted to go fast, but it looks like they're going to send it back.
Let's go, Paradise. Let's go, Paradise. Let's go, Paradise. Let's go, Paradise.
Yeah, they definitely have to go quick. This is kind of one of the last chances for the Paradise to score here.
George waits. Bringing it down. Owen Barnett. Scoots by! Oh my goodness! Owen Barnett is the moment! In the 92nd minute, Owen Barnett has given the Paradise 3 points! They are alive, and they are well! Defeat on the faces of Kings Hammer FC players. They can't believe it. Coach was talking about it. He wanted the goal from the midfield, and he got it.
Yeah, he absolutely did. An absolute screamer from Owen Barnett here in the dying embers of the 91st minute as the Paradise are able to grab 3 points. And we've kind of seen that shot being taken a lot from outside the box, and they haven't been able to capitalize it, but Owen Barnett says, it's my turn, and he absolutely capitalizes on it. Puts the Paradise up 1-0 here.
Sarasota goal by number 20, Owen Barnett.
The Paradise still have to hold off for 2 minutes. Still a couple minutes of extra time remain, and a foul. So a free kick here for Kings Hammer as they'll try and draw level.
You see the goalkeeper Diego Garciarina going up here. He's completely out of goal at midfield.
King's Hammer has nothing to lose. Sent in. Martin Brink corrals and
He'll take his time here, or?
he'll chuck it down.
Yeah.
And with the goalie out of position, can Elias Kodry get something going? It does go out for a throw.
And we've seen him get something going with a goalkeeper mistake, as we've seen last game, as the goalkeeper completely out of position there.
And it looked like King's Hammer really thought that was a throw for them. Instead, it will be a throw for the Paradise. We are at the final 4th minute of added time. However, that goal probably does add a minute. Romeo Dolan. Paradise trying to find the finishing touches here. Oh, and some words being exchanged. More shoving down to the ground. Final moments of this game getting feisty. The emotion has started to get into both of these players and both of these teams. It was Owen Barnett and Sander Trevor battling it out.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot, in these kind of games where they get super close down to the wire and then a late goal and then some extreme tension kind of in those last minutes. And it looks like Owen Barnett got elbowed or pushed and kind of fell to the ground, and King's Hammer was not having that.
Elias Kodry
dancing around the ball there.
Getting as close to a yellow card as he can. This will probably be the final moment. It'll be a kick down from Garciarina to try and salvage a point on the road. Lucas Camras sends it high in the air. It's still in the box. Still a chance. Ahead on it. And it will be a goal kick. And this final kick from Martin Brink should be the conclusion here.
It looks like the ref's going to give a yellow to one of the King's Hammer players there.
Kick will go out. No final whistle. Referee says play on, so we will. And there is the whistle. The Paradise get a crucial 3 points. Owen Barnett, the hero. A 92nd minute goal in the 2nd minute of extra time. And the Paradise have 19 points. They are knotted up with St. Petersburg. The Fort Lauderdale draw. And while Fort Lauderdale United is not out of it, it looks like it might be down to the Paradise and St. Petersburg for the South Florida Division title here in 2025. That's a wrap here from the Premier Sports Campus. In the 90th minute, in extra time, Owen Barnett gives the Paradise the late winner, 1-0, as they move on closer to the number 1 seed.
2026 USL League One season at Premier Sports Campus. Secure your spot.